You want to go in the sun?
Yeah.
Six investigates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Why did that make my
1, 2, 3.
Randall, mic check, please.
Mic check. Testing, testing, testing.
Me to do it, is this right? Okay. Okay. Mike check Dale, Mustang, this is Voodoo 3.
The wind was blowing so hard, it went down fast.
High winds and flames turning into a dangerous mix for firefighters around the area last night.
And 6 Investigates has uncovered new details about the night a Tolosa Midway student was killed in a drunk driving accident. Good evening. New at 6. The Corpus Christi chapter of the American Federation of Teachers had some very harsh words today about Dr. Cynthia Hernandez. Now, she is CCISD's coordinator for reading instruction and library media services.
They're upset over comments that she made during this week's school board meeting. Our Jeremiah Marshall joins us now live from the CCISD administration building. And Jeremiah, what did Dr. Hernandez say that angered the teachers union?
Yeah, on Monday, Dr. Hernandez, who's married to CCISD superintendent, she was presenting scores of the Accelerated Reader program, but there was one thing that the board members noticed, and that the scores were low. So board members asked, why are the scores so low? And that's when Dr. Hernandez became emotional and started blaming teachers and other faculty members for the low performance. Now, so she said, they are not doing enough, and quote, it's like banging my head against the wall. Hernandez explained she doesn't supervise teachers and administrators. So this afternoon, the president of the Corpus Christi American Federation of Teachers, Dr. Nancy Veta, held a news conference. She said her group is appalled by the comments made by Dr. Cynthia Hernandez. Veta said these teachers, along with administrators, come into work early in the morning and stay late at night at times. And she said when she heard Dr. Hernandez's comments, Dr. Veta says, it's like a slap in the face.
And that's what it should be about. And during National Public Schools Week, we are proud as teachers. We care about the students. And no one has a right to tell us that we're not doing our job. How dare they?
Dr. Veta also advises Dr. Hernandez to own up to her mistakes and to do the right thing because Dr. Veta says kids are watching. So we spoke to AFT, and they also say that they are demanding that Dr. Hernandez deliver an apology to the employees of the Corpus Christi Independent School District. Reporting on Leopard Street, Jeremiah Marshall, Chris, 6 News.
All right, Jeremiah, thank you. And according to the Accelerated Reading Program scores presented at Monday's school board meeting, if the reading portion of the STARS test were to be taken now, only 73% of 5th graders and 69% of 3rd graders would pass. Well, accelerated reader programs are used by several school districts. It's a tool to measure students' reading comprehension and to promote literacy. Accelerated reading scores are calculated by an online test that students take after they finish reading books that they choose.
It helps teachers have a gauge of how well the students understand what they're reading, and that they're somewhat held accountable for reading, and staying on track with that reading.
And students in grades K through 8th use the AR program.
Well, 6 Investigates has obtained exclusive video that shows what a Coastal Bend teenager was doing just a few hours before his death. Now, as you may remember, 18-year-old Justin Franco was killed when he crashed his car into a rural county road, and we later learned that accident was alcohol-related. And we're now uncovering more details about the night he died and how his family hopes to prevent a similar tragedy from striking another family. 6 Investigates Randall Camp has spent weeks now examining the final hours leading up to that deadly crash, and he joins us now with a look at what he's found. Randall.
Lee, let's start with this incident report from the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. It lays out in vivid detail Justin Franco's last hours, including how an underage Franco was served more than 100 ounces of beer at a Corpus Christi restaurant.
His brothers and sisters are taking it real hard, and so are we, but my life's never going to be the same.
A year later, and Valerie Pena still grieves for her son. Justin Franco was 18. His mother tells me the Toloso Midway senior had big dreams. After graduation, he planned to marry his high school sweetheart and began a career in law enforcement. But those dreams ended just before midnight on March 8, 2019, when Justin died in a car crash. A Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission incident report paints a timeline of the teenager's night leading up to the wreck. Around 6 o'clock, Justin and 2 friends arrive at this Twin Peaks restaurant on SPID in Corpus Christi. 6 Investigates obtain this exclusive video of Justin, who again is only 18, and his friends drinking heavily at Twin Peaks. The TABC investigation detailing how Justin was served 5 22-ounce beers, roughly 3 quarts of beer consumed in 2.5 hours. The TABC report says Justin and his friends left Twin Peaks at 8:30 p.m. But that's where things get murky. Where was Justin and what was he doing for the next 3 hours prior to the crash?
Our investigation shows, Randall, that there was no further alcohol consumption, as best we can tell, by Justin in the intervening time.
That's to be determined in court. What we do know is Justin was driving drunk on a rural road just before crashing his car into this concrete drainage ditch. The autopsy report shows a blood alcohol level of 0.13. The legal limit is 0.08. The aftermath was horrendous. You got one? Police body cam video showing the wreckage up close. The speedometer ripped from the car. Justin's body was thrown from the car and landed in a nearby field. 4 of his friends in the car were injured.
It's not the same without him.
Valerie Pena has filed a $1 million civil lawsuit against Twin Peaks and 2 waitresses. Her attorney argues it's not the minor's responsibility to enforce the drinking age. That burden falls on the restaurant and the servers.
It appears clear they did not ask him for an ID. It appears clear that they perhaps knew him and clearly knew that he was underage and should not have been served.
We reached out to Twin Peaks restaurants for their response to the TABC report and the civil suit. They responded, quote, Twin Peaks takes responsible alcohol service very seriously. The Twin Peaks location in Corpus Christi is an independently owned and operated franchise location, thus it would be inappropriate for us to comment, unquote. So, we reached out to the local franchisee, Avalanche Food Group. After initially agreeing to help facilitate an interview with one of the owners of that company, their PR person stopped communicating with us. Today, a mile of road near Toloso Midway High School is named in Justin's honor. Family, friends, and Justin's girlfriend gather once a month to pick up trash and remember the young man who loved to fish and looked forward to making it big.
He was one of those, wanted to know what you did for a living, how you got there, what he needed to do to get there. He had a big heart. He had a very big heart.
Meantime, after completing its investigation, TABC cited Twin Peaks for serving alcoholic beverages to a minor. The restaurant was ordered to pay a $4,800 fine. Randall Cam, 6 Investigates.